Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, hope you all are fit and fine by the grace of Allah Almighty, and you have done your homework which I have given you in the last class. What we have done in the last two classes, we are done with the simple tenses, and in the last class we revised all continuous tenses. Now today we are going to revise present, past and future perfect tense. But before starting the lecture, I would like to ask you about the homework. What was the homework? The homework was translation and transformation exercises of continuous tense. I hope that you have done with the usage, examples, and then I have given you some sentences for transformation and translation. You can check the answers from here that whether you have done right. मुझे उम्मीद है कि इंशाल्लाह आप सबने बिल्कुल ठीक ट्रांसफॉर्म किया होगा एंड ट्रांसलेट किया होगा. I have given you 5 sentences for transformation and 5 for translation. Now girls, today we are going to revise present perfect, then past perfect and then future perfect tense. Coming to present perfect tense, first I would like to tell you the usage. Where do we use present perfect tense? When we have to describe or when we want to describe an action that has completed in the recent past. ऐसा action जो अभी हाल ही में मुकम्मल हुआ हो. Like if I ask for a glass of water and I drink in front of you, then what would I say? I would say that I have drunk water. यानी कि अगर मैं एक पानी का ग्लास मंगवाती हूँ और आपके सामने पी के उसको ख़त्म कर देती हूँ पानी को, तो मैं उसके लिए ये नहीं बोलूँगी कि I drank water. What I have to say then, I have drunk water. मैंने पानी पी लिया है. अब इसमें एक मिसकंसेप्शन भी है कि कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि चुका है, हमें इस पे नहीं जाना होता. उर्दू के लिए हम उसको फिक्स कर देते हैं कि चुका है, चुकी है आएगा तो प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस होगा. हम ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं एक्शन जो रिसेंटली कंप्लीट हुआ है उसके लिए हम ऐसे भी तो कहते हैं कि मैंने पानी पी लिया है. सो यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द करेक्ट यूजेज कि कहाँ यूज हुआ है, पानी पी लिया है या पानी पी चुकी हूँ. बोथ हैव द सेम टेंस इन इंग्लिश. द सेकेंड यूजेज इज टू डिस्क्राइब एन एक्शन दैट हैज़ नॉट बीन फिनिश्ड येट. वो काम जो अभी मुकम्मल नहीं हुआ है एंड वी डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट टाइम ऑफ एंडिंग. हमें पता नहीं कि वो कब तक चलेगा, बट अभी हो रहा है या हो चुका है. कुछ हो चुका है बट वी आर नॉट कन्फर्म विद द एंडिंग टाइम ऑफ इट. सो द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इट इज इट हैज़ रेन्ड अ लॉट दिस वीक. इट हैज़ रेन्ड अ लॉट दिस वीक मीन्स इस हफ्ते बहुत बारिश हुई है. इसकी ये एग्जाम्पल मेरी सेकेंड यूजेज को इस तरह एक्सप्लेन कर रही है कि इसमें आपको नहीं पता कि कब तक बारिश चलेगी, बट इट हैज़ रेन्ड अ लॉट दिस वीक मीन्स कि इस हफ्ते बहुत बारिश हो चुकी है या हुई है, बट वी डोंट नो द एंडिंग टाइम ऑफ इट. इट हैज़ नो स्पेसिफाइड टाइम इन फ्यूचर दैट व्हेन विल इट बी एंडेड. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द स्ट्रक्चर. You know well about the structure, but I have written the structure again here for your ease and for your revision. We have a subject, then have and has, and then third form of verb which is called past participle. You have to say past participle. Don't use third form of verb because you are now in 8th class at the mature standard. Then you have to say past participle. First form of verb is called present form, second is called past form, third form is called past participle, and what about fourth form? Fourth form is called present participle. Here we are using past participle which is also called third form of verb. Subject plus have and has plus third form of verb and then object. Now we have two auxiliary verb or helping verb here, and we have to use, where we have to use have and where we have to use has. With I, we, you, they and all plural nouns, we have to use have. Like I have, we have, you have, they have and students have. Okay. Where do we use has? With he, she, it and all singular nouns. We use has with the third form of our past participle. When we want to make negative of this sentence, you all know that we add not with have and has. After have and has we have to add not. then what would be the structure? Subject, have, has plus not plus past participle plus object. And what about question or interrogative sentence? We have to put auxiliary verb first and then subject, and after that third form of verb, then object, and then question mark. Now I want to illustrate more with the help of a timeline. Here the timeline shows that the action that has started in the recent past and it has a connection with the present also, or the action that has not been finished yet. It may not be finished, okay, that as I have told you with the examples. Coming to the examples, Ali has started his new job, means Ali has recently started his new job. Ali ने अपनी job शुरू कर दी है. Second, children have made a lot of mess here, means it's still messy. यानी कि वो रूम या वो जगह अभी तक गंदी है, and the person who is a speaker is saying that children have made a lot of mess here. बच्चों ने यहाँ पर गंदगी कर दी है या गंदा कर दिया है. Third one, it has rained a lot this week. As I have told you, when we have not a specified time in future and we don't know the specific time and the action that has not been finished yet, it has rained a lot this week. इस हफ्ते बहुत बारिश हुई है और कब तक होगी we don't know. Now come to past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used about the actions that are finished before another past action. Actions finished before another past action. And what is the other usage? Action happened before a specific time in the past. Now let's understand with the help of examples. First, I have told you that action finished before another past action. If I say that Sarah had gone when the guest came, Sarah had left the home when the guests came, means Sarah had already gone. Sarah जा चुकी थी जब मेहमान आए. Action finished, वो action finish हो चुका था. उससे पहले before another past action, किसी और past action से पहले वो काम मुकम्मल हो चुका है. Like we have a very common example कि डॉक्टर के आने से पहले मरीज मर चुका था. तो आप मुझे सोच के बताइए कि डॉक्टर पहले आया था या मरीज पहले मरा था. मरीज पहले मरा था या मरीज का इंतकाल पहले हुआ था. तो वो वाला एक्शन कौन सा कहलाएगा? वो पास्ट परफेक्ट में कहलाएगा. पास्ट से पहले जो एक्शन हुआ वो किस टेंस में जाएगा? इट गोज इन पास्ट परफेक्ट. How can we translate this sentence? The patient had died before the doctor came or before the doctor arrived. Okay, hope you have got now कि एक दोनों actions past में हैं. We have two actions in the past, but action before past comes in past perfect tense. Okay, now in the second usage we have seen that action happened before a specific time in the past. Like I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. 8 बजे से पहले मैं सो चुकी थी. We have a specific time 8 बजे और उससे पहले मैं सो चुकी थी. Then the action goes in past perfect. सोने वाला action किस में चला गया? Past perfect में. I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. आप एक specific time से पहले जो action करेंगे वो किस में जाएगा? Past perfect में. Now come to the structures. We have a very easy structure from present past perfect. We have to use only one auxiliary verb here with all the subjects. Whether we have I, we, you, they, he, she, it, or any singular or any plural noun, we have to use had with all the auxiliary verbs, and then it is fixed or constant. Then we have to use in perfect tenses. We always use past participle. तो ये एक चीज fixed है. Like in continuous tenses, as you remember that we were using present participle or ing form of the verb in all continuous tenses. Similarly, here we are using third form of verb or past participle form of verb in all perfect tenses. You must remember this thing. Subject plus had plus past participle or third form of verb and then object. I have written here because I don't have much space, so that I have shown here on the board that third form of verb is called past participle. Okay. Now coming to negative and interrogative sentences of past perfect, we have to add no, as you know well, subject plus had plus not, then past participle and then object. What about interrogative sentences? We have to put auxiliary verb first, had plus subject, then third form of verb or past participle and then object. don't forget to use question mark at the end of the sentence. Coming to the timeline, as I have told you that the action finished before another action in the past is considered to be used in past perfect tense. So here we have seen that we have past simple, past time, and the action before past comes in past perfect tense. Let's have an example for a specific time. As I have given you the example, I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. Both the action comes in past tense, but at 8 o'clock comes in past tense, 8 o'clock comes first, and then I had slept before 8 o'clock. 8 बजे से पहले सो चुकी थी, तो वो एक्शन किस में जाएगा? हमारा पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस। हमारा जो यूजेज होगा इसका, जो एक्शन बिफोर पास्ट हो चुका है, आपको खुद सोचना होगा, खुद डिसाइड करना होगा कि वेदर द एक्शन इज इन पास्ट टेंस और बिफोर पास्ट। अगर वो पास्ट से भी पहले जा रहा है तो आपको उसके लिए पास्ट परफेक्ट यूज करना होगा, नॉट द पास्ट टेंस। ओके, नाउ कम टू द एग्जांपल्स। सारा हैड गॉन आउट व्हेन द गेस्ट्स केम। सारा जा चुकी थी जब मेहमान आए, यानी कि पहले एक्शन कौन सा हुआ था? व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट एक्शन? पहले सारा जा चुकी थी, that is why we have used past perfect here, and then guest came, then that's why we have used past simple. Okay, there is a great connection between past perfect and past simple. Okay, I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock. I hope that you have understood well because I have explained this example through the timeline also. The plane had left by the time I got to the airport. जहाज जा चुका था, उड़ चुका था उस वक्त जब हम एयरपोर्ट पहुंचे। तो पहले जहाज उड़ चुका था, बाद में हम एयरपोर्ट पहुंचे। दैट इज वाई आई हैव यूज्ड पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस विद द फर्स्ट एक्शन एंड देन विद द सेकंड एक्शन आई हैव यूज्ड पास्ट सिंपल। नाउ फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस। In future perfect tense, what is the usage of future perfect tense? Very easy use. An action that will be already completed before another action or event in the future. Both the action will be done in future, but in the future perfect tense, the future perfect action will already be completed before the action. Let's have example. I shall have finished biryani by the time you arrive. What would be the Urdu translation? मैं बिरयानी ख़त्म कर चुकी होंगी उस वक्त जब तुम आओगे। तो पहले कौन सा एक्शन होगा? जो परफेक्ट एक्शन है, यानी कि पहले बिरयानी ख़त्म हो चुकी होगी और दोनों एक्शन फ्यूचर में हो रहे हैं, तो सेकंड एक्शन से पहले जो है वो एक एक्शन हो चुका होगा, बट बोथ द एक्शन बोथ द एक्शन विल कम इन फ्यूचर टेंस। दोनों कमिंग टू द स्ट्रक्चर्स, as you can see, we have subject, then shall and will, shall or will. We have to use shall or will, then have, and then past participle, and then object. Here there is no need to use have and has according to the subject. We have a constant auxiliary verb have. But where do we use shall and where do we use will? With I and we use shall, and with other remaining subjects, you, they, we, he, she, it, and singular and plural nouns, we use will. So what would be the structure? Subject, shall or will, have, past participle or third form of verb, and object. Coming to the timeline, as I have told you before, that the action will already be completed before another action or event in the future. As I have given you the example, I shall have finished biryani by the time you arrive. Finished, I have finished biryani already, that's why I have used perfect tense for it. And what tense would be used with the arrival? I am showing you the example and I will tell you here. I shall have finished biryani by the time you arrive. Here you can see that I have used future perfect tense here. And here I have used which tense? Subject and base form, subject and first form. Which tense is used here? Simple present tense. Yes, you have identified correctly. सही पहचाना आपने, यहाँ पर simple present tense यूज हुआ है। तो हमारा perfect के साथ जो combination of tense है वो कौन सा है? Simple present tense है। आपने देखा था past में perfect के साथ past simple ही यूज हुआ था, तो यहाँ पर इस तरह कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा। Here we have a different combination. यहाँ पर एक दूसरा combination है। With the perfect tense we have to use simple, present simple tense. Okay. Let's see another example. My sister will have slept when I reach home. Here again you are seeing, you are watching that. मेरी बहन सो चुकी होगी, सो चुकी होगी फर्स्ट एक्शन। जब मैं घर पहुंचूंगी या घर पहुंचूंगा, जब मैं घर पहुंचूंगा मेरी बहन सो चुकी होगी। दोनों एक्शंस फ्यूचर में हो रहे हैं, लेकिन जो काम पहले हो चुका होगा उसको हमने परफेक्ट में लिया और दूसरा उसको किससे कंबाइन किया, फ्यूचर सिंपल से नहीं करना, वी हैव टू कंबाइन इट विद सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस। अगर आपने इसको सिंपल फ्यूचर से किया तो वो रॉन्ग कंसिडर किया जाएगा। ओके, आई हैव टोल्ड यू, इस चीज को जहन में रखिएगा। यू मस्ट कीप इन माइंड दैट वी हैव टू यूज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस विद फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस। ओके, कमिंग टू द होमवर्क, as you have already done before that, you have to write down the heading. Here I have separated the heading. You have to write first present perfect, then past perfect, and then future perfect. Present perfect tense, then you have to write the usage. You can take help, you can take definition from your book also. Then structures, as I have told you, and I hope that you have learned the structures. Negative structure, interrogative. Then you have to write examples. You have to write down the heading of past perfect tense, then usage of the tense, structure of the tenses, affirmative, negative and interrogative, and then the examples. Okay, after that you have to write about future perfect tense, its usage, its structure, all the three structures, affirmative, negative and interrogative, and then the examples. Okay, now coming to the homework, I have given you 5 sentences for transformation and 5 for translation. You have to transform the following sentences. First is the aircraft has landed safely. You have to convert it into future perfect. Then the students have not finished their exams yet. You have to convert it into past perfect. I had left my handbag at home. Present perfect. Had people left litter everywhere? Affirmative sentence, you have to convert it into affirmative. The thief will have snatched the wallet. You have to convert it into negative. Now come to translation. You have to translate 5 sentences in English. Number 1, मेहमानों के आने से पहले मैं सो चुकी थी. Number 2, उस्तानी के आने से पहले हम सबक याद कर चुके थे. 3, क्या उसने गांव हमेशा के लिए छोड़ दिया है? 4, वो अखबार नहीं पढ़ चुके होंगे. 5, क्या आपने मेरा खोया हुआ कलम देखा है? Yes girls, you have to translate these sentences. Hope you have noted the homework. Note down the homework. You have to solve exercise 1 and 2 of translation and transformation along with the definition, structure and examples. Okay, this is all for today. Now I hope that you have understood well about the perfect tenses also. Stay home, stay safe, take care a lot. We will meet you. I will see you in the next class, English grammar class. Till then, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.